Alright, well, hey guys, so I am up in the tree today, and I just wanted to bring y'all my DIY saddle hunting setup. Go ahead and cue the intro now. Alright, this is everything laid out for my DIY saddle hunting kit. We'll start off with the harness. This is just a simple step through waist with leg strap climbing harness, nothing special. It was 30 bucks online. It is the Hand Ack, I believe that's how you pronounce it. I have a Army Surplus Saw magazine pouch which holds my tree tether, and then I have just another Marine Surplus pouch for general purpose pouch that holds my lineman's rope. My lineman's rope is attached to the D-ring on here with a figure 8 follow through and a safety knot. I have 2 carabiners on each side for holding my climbing sticks right here. I don't know the name of these climbing sticks, but I will put the name somewhere right here. This is nothing special. I don't have a bridge on this climbing harness. I found that it was actually more comfortable with this style of DIY saddle hunting kit to just hook it in right here on the D-ring that it comes with. It puts more even pressure on the legs and hips instead of just the hips. With the bridge, it was pulling on my hips and lower back too much. I have 4 28-inch climbing sticks. I really like them. They clip together with here. They have 2 attachment points with the straps. And then I have the cheapest saddle platform I could find on Amazon. It was $44. It comes with like a little ratchet strap, and it just straps in a tree with these teeth. They dig in really nice, and you can adjust it with the bolt right here based on how much of a lean and stuff you want, or if you want it more straight up and down. So anyways, that is my 25-26 hunting season saddle setup DIY for this year. I'm gonna go ahead and put some time-lapse video of me setting it up, and then we'll do some up close when we get in the tree. You know, I've been looking into saddle hunting for a while. It's become more of a more popular style of mobile hunting and stuff, so I have been looking into it for quite a while and just didn't want to spend that type of money. So I started looking around on YouTube and seeing what other guys were doing to, you know, go with a little cheaper option and stuff. Ended up finding out that a lot of guys were just using like climbing harnesses and stuff for rock climbing, which you can get, you know, for like 20-30 bucks on Amazon. So I started looking around on Amazon, and my goal was under $200. I wanted to get a saddle set up for under $200, which I felt like was pretty reasonable with climbing sticks and the rope, the lineman's rope, the harness, everything. I had a homemade platform, but after trying it out, I did not like it at all. So I ended up going on Amazon and buying a platform for like $44. It ended up being like $47 with tax, and still right around that $200 mark. I got the platform, the climbing sticks, the tree tether, and the lineman's rope front under two. It was like 190 something is what it was, so it's just under $200. So I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all around, and y'all can see what I got going on. All right, so we got the tree tether right here. I double wrapped it. This is a pretty smooth rope. I got this off Amazon because it came in like a 30-foot section and like a 12-foot section or something like that, for like $12. But it's super smooth. It doesn't hold up very well, so I don't know if I would recommend it, but I will link it in the description if you're looking for a cheap tree stand, like tree tether. But I don't know if I would use it for like saddle hunting and stuff. It's definitely not, doesn't hold up as well. But anyways, double wrapped it. Around here, I just tied a figure 8 on a bite with a safety knot at the end, just for the safety factor. And then it came with the Prusik knots already, aluminum carabiners that are locking carabiners. And it came with one of these Prusik knots and carabiners on each of the ropes. So this is my lineman's rope. Now, not everybody keeps their lineman's rope on the tree, but I'm not the biggest fan of heights, so having that like second form of, you know, security with the lineman's rope around the tree just makes me feel a little better that I have some other form of rope attached, especially since I have had this tree tether rope slip a couple of times. So yeah, just wanted that little extra sense of security. You don't have to do it, but I fully extended it so it's completely extended. I'll show y'all the knots that I put. So this is my lineman's rope. So you have the Prusik knot with the aluminum carabiner right here. I put a double overhand knot in the end as a stopper knot, and then right here I did a figure 8 follow through, and I tied it to this D loop on the actual harness itself, and then I just did an overhand knot right here as a safety. Now, if you know anything about knots, figure 8 is one of the knots that you don't have to have a safety for, but I just put that safety there as like an extra mental security that if for some reason that knot fails, there is a safety knot there, but that doesn't mean anything. It can still fail 100%. So, all right, we'll continue on. What I use that hammock strap as like his strap or whatever they call it, the one that Tether makes. Hang your stuff, yeah, her strap or whatever. But anyways, that's what I already do, so I'm gonna keep using that method, and I'm not gonna spend the money on, you know, anything crazy like that. But it's a pretty simple setup. Like I said, it was like $190 something. I'll show you on my climbing platform, and then once I get to the bottom of the tree, we will look at the climbing sticks that I'm using. All right, so this is my the platform itself. It's nothing super fancy. There's a bolt right here which you can move in and out to allow more angle, less angle, whatever you need. It digs into the tree really well. It has a ratchet strap. That's the only part I don't really like about it, is it is pretty loud with that. But honestly, having that ratchet strap makes me feel so much more secure because I know it's ratchet strapped to the tree. I just took the rope and I wrapped it around the bottom right there and got that all wrapped up so that it's not gonna go anywhere. And yeah, that's pretty much how I secured it to the tree. When we get down from here, I'll go ahead and I will show y'all the climbing sticks that I'm using. Everything will be linked in the description that I bought. I can tell you right now, so the tree tether and the lineman's rope, I think it was like $12 or something. I could be wrong. The climbing platform, the platform itself was like $44. The climbing sticks were $89, I think, for 4, and I got them at 28 inches. Now, for me, I'm a shorter guy, and I realized I should have got the 18-inch ones because 28 inches is a pretty big distance for me to try to lift my leg, especially with the climbing harness and all this stuff on me. But, you know, it is what it is. Hopefully, it won't be an issue when I got like cold weather gear and stuff on. But honestly, this is probably the longest I've been up in the tree with this thing. It's super comfortable. I mean, it's probably not as comfortable as a saddle, I'll be honest. You know, you don't quite have the feature of being able to sit down in the saddle, but I mean, I can come and I'm just hanging here. Like, I'm just take my foot out. I get right up close to the tree like this, and it's all on my legs. Like, the harness itself is holding me. Like, I'm just here. Little prusik knot holding tight, so I feel completely secure right now. And if I want, I could even like allow myself to go down a little bit further and be able to rest my knees on the platform, which is what I did earlier, and I definitely like that better. But honestly, I mean, just being able to sit here and chill out or whatever, like, this isn't uncomfortable. I don't know if this is quite like this. I don't know if this will be like an all-day sit-up or anything. Obviously, I'll have to try it, but I feel like I could totally do morning, evening hunts in this, and this isn't going to hurt. Now, eventually, I may make some modifications to create like that saddle part for me to sit down in, but you know, for now, I'm happy with this. It gets the job done. It gets me in a tree, and it gets me set up to be able to, you know, hopefully get a couple shots off, you know, in a couple spots. Basically, it loops around. It's got these loops right here, and they just loop around here, and the stick comes off the tree. And then I just drop them to the bottom, pick it all up as I go once I get down there, because it's way too hard for me to try to put everything back on my harness and everything as I'm going down the tree. So I try to be as quiet as possible, but like I said, I'm new at this and I'm trying to get better. So, all right, the one thing I really like about these climbing sticks is this feature right here, because you can take this and pop it in, and now that stick is held together. So a lot of times I like to take these, I'll wrap all the strap around the teeth, pop them together, and then flip all of this up, and then and just hook it on like that, and then that's where it stays. Typically I'll flip it around where the teeth are facing outward, but you get the gist of the idea. Keep it like this, and they just hang by my side when I'm ready to climb. Until I'm ready to climb, they'll be strapped to my backpack with everything else, and I'll be able to walk in that way. But when I'm ready to climb, I clip them onto my sides down by my legs and just get on up the tree. So anyways, I hope that y'all have enjoyed today's video. I know it's not super long, just a little something wanted to share. You know, what I was using for my saddle hunting setup this year. I don't know how much I'll use it this year. I plan on using it a decent amount, but I also do have some permanent stands set up on the farm and stuff where we'll be hunting. So I'm looking forward to this Saturday, October 4th. Actually, when this video posts, I will probably be in the woods because it'll be Saturday. I'm looking forward to getting out there and doing some hunting. It's opening day of bow season, and I am so ready to get out there. Got a lot of pictures of a lot of does and, you know, smaller bucks moving during the day, so that's good. You know, we're gonna try not to shoot the little spikes and stuff, but if that's what walks by, it's meat in the freezer, and you know, we're just trying to fill the freezer right now. So we will catch y'all later. Hope y'all have a good rest of your day. Also, forgot to note, please like, comment, and subscribe if you're interested and you like this content. It helps the channel out. We appreciate it, and thank you for taking the time to watch the full video. Peace out. that, hello. Sorry, spider.